sustainability is not a side business, it's not a side activity, it's not a do good and feel good activity. It is, those are kind of potential outcomes, but that should really not be the reason why you do it.
Another reason to buy an EV is that you can power your home with an electric vehicle. I mean, we're getting more and more outages all over the world.
There's just a lack of ambition in some quarters and a lack of creativity. And so the two big unlocks then are, if we can kind of really mainstream sustainability within the investment community, send the right signals into the market, focus on long-term value creation. If we can be bold and ambitious, then I think you'll see an acceleration.
Whatever you are good at, whatever you are passionate at, look at that through the lens of climate and look at climate through the lens of what you do, and then go forth and conquer.
Measure what you care about and lead the change, and don't wait 100 years. We've gone from sustainability being a nice to do to a must do. It's a must do. It's still nice to do, but it's a must do. And everybody can do something on this as an individual. Be a discerning consumer. Vote with your wallets. Search out the companies that are acting on this.
A lot of things are possible with the right mindset, that people are very mature on sustainability issues and very aware. So the whole company, there is a lot of awareness. So that allows us to be at a level with a lot of ambition, but also a lot of difficulties, of course.
You needed to demonstrate that the sustainability in dealing with climate change, reducing emissions and taking those kind of actions, that if you could demonstrate that that's actually good for business, that makes you a better company, that it provides value in a number of different ways, that what we could end up with was a very rapid, non-linear progression of private sector players taking action on climate change.
Imagine that you're lying on a bed and you're feeling cold, you pull a duvet over yourself, and that duvet keeps you warm. That's the function of greenhouse gases. It keeps us warm like a duvet. But if you put a second duvet on your bed, which is what we've been doing, quite simply, you get hot. Now that's where we are today. And the biggest challenge for all of us in humanity, and this is the biggest challenge we've ever had to face up to, is what is happening in the Arctic Circle region.
China is an interesting example because China, of course, on the one hand, a big problem, but on the other hand, also they're doing so much which accelerate technology. And I've been part of projects out in China where it took 2 years for them to produce solar heating equipment, when you get the heat from the sun. And they brought that in by making that mandatory for all the new buildings. And in 2 years, there were more solar heating produced in China than in the world altogether forever.
We discovered that actually there is a very clear pull from consumers for sustainably created brands, but only if the brand is still affordable, only if the brand performs well, and only if they could understand and believe what claims that brand was making about it being more sustainable.
What I think that is very important to bear in mind when we talk about renewables is that there is a life cycle for all the technology that we use within the renewable sets of energy. And we need to be very careful that that entire life cycle is actually sustainable.
This is an inevitable change. If you don't embrace it, you're just going to lose, because you'll suddenly find that all your competitors are running away from you so fast that you can't catch up. Yes, the consequence at the end will be that we're not destroying the environment that we rely on. So the consequence will be environmental friendliness. But if you're thinking of this as whether or not to do something environmentally friendly, you've already lost because you're framing it wrong.